Kathleen McCormick was born in New Hyde Park, New York in 1953. She became a dental hygienist and moved to Manhattan in 1970. Living in a building owned by Durst Organization, she met Robert Durst while delivering her rent. They began dating, and in March of 1973 they were married. The marriage was a happy one until Kathleen felt Robert forced her to have an abortion. The marriage then began to deteriorate. Kathleen started staying at the couple's South Salem, New York lake house to attend nursing school, while Robert resided at the Manhattan apartment working for Durst Organization. By 1981, their relationship had taken a turn for the worst, with Durst becoming physically violent. Kathy began attending Einstein School of Medicine in the Bronx and would spend most of her time at another Durst residence in the city. Their relationship remained strained and violent. She began telling her friends if something happened to her, quote, not to let Bobby get away with it. Her friends became worried and urged Kathy to file for divorce. After physical confrontation in 1981, Kathy went to the hospital and was treated for bruises on her head and hand. She also saw an attorney. A few weeks later, she attended a party without Durst. After a tense phone call with Robert, she abruptly left the party early and headed to their lake house. It was the last time Kathleen Durst was seen alive. When Kathy didn't meet a friend at the train station in the city, she became worried. She called Robert, who didn't seem fazed regarding the lack of communication with Kathy. He told her friend he spoke to Kathy after she got to their apartment. 5 days later, Robert walked into the 20th precinct in Manhattan and reported Kathy missing. After explaining Kathy's busy medical school rotation to the detective, he didn't find it odd that Durst waited 5 days to report Kathy missing. The detective thought he was calm and coherent and didn't find anything suspicious with his demeanor nor his story. Durst claimed he dropped Kathy off at the train station and called her later in the evening from a payphone several miles from their lake house. They had a brief conversation. That was the last time Robert spoke to Kathy. The doorman at their Manhattan apartment reported seeing Kathy that evening. The next morning, the dean received a phone call from someone identifying themselves as Kathy, stating they were sick and wouldn't be attending classes. Shortly after the investigation began, Robert sought counsel and began communicating with the press via his de facto spokesperson, old friend Susan Berman.